How do you get there? By choices like that. Not in John Paul's Theology of the Body. I'm not going to tell you to keep your clothes on because it worked for me. You know, I'm going to tell you that John Paul's explanation, I think his expression of this teaching is extraordinarily compelling and beautiful. One of the things he does right out of the gate is he asks us to think about where have we been formed? How have we been formed? By whom have we been formed? Our ideas regarding our own sexuality, the sexuality of others, sex in general. What have we learned? Where are we getting our answers from? Okay, I don't know about you, but mine was poverty-stricken. I mean, poverty-stricken, right? So many of us bring whatever we have to the table, whatever that may be. Now, I will tell you that culturally speaking, the culture's saying a ton about sex. Are they not? And there wasn't a whole lot being spoken about sex in the Catholic schools that I was going to. There was not. Certainly wasn't happening in the pulpit. You know, it would have been awkward because there were young children present. But so if the church isn't speaking, and then suddenly the world is speaking, who was I listening to? Because I was real curious. Absolutely. Absolutely. Suddenly John Paul gives this magnificent teaching. And I have to tell you, it's so funny. It was a CD, probably the CD you gave your ex, that was flipped to me, and it was Marriage in the Eucharist. And at some point, I popped it in during my courtship phase, and my heart was blown away. Blown away. I was like, oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Like, I wonder if I would have made different choices if I had heard that in high school. I wonder if. God bless us all messes, so I don't wonder anymore. But the truth is, the culture, right now, and I'm going to ask you to roll with me on this. You know, in the scriptures it says, you know, he who built his house on sand, when the winds come and they blew and they buffeted the house, what happened? The house collapsed, right? But he who built his house on rock, when the winds came, the winds blew and buffeted, what happened? It stood strong, didn't it? It stood strong. So I propose to you that the teachings that John Paul has re-expressed for us and given to us are those that are built on rock. You know, they're not changed. They're still the same teachings of the Sixth Commandment that exist in the Catechism of the Catholic Church that were written down on stone with Moses, given to Moses on stone, and passed on, right? But the world's going to blow you in a different direction. Okay? And one of the things I like to do is like look at music, look at movies. How has it changed? What has happened? Certainly, way before we had iPods and CDs, what happened before we had radios? How do people listen to music? Live classical concerts. Live classical concerts. So the content they were listening to was largely the stuff of the masters. Mozart, Bach, Beethoven, Vivaldi. They were listening to extraordinary pieces of music, yes? And then you're going to fast forward, and we're going to get into the radio then. We're going to have, not so recent for you, Bing Crosby, Frank Sinatra, Harry Como. They spoke about love, did they not? Okay. Then we're going to fast forward just some more. The Beatles, they spoke about love, did they not? Yep. Okay. Now culturally, what's happening? We're going to enter a different era. Some pivotal moment happens in the United States. It's going to change the way we sing about love. Do you know what it is? Sexual revolution. That's right on. And so suddenly we have Mick Jagger who can't get any satisfaction. Okay, we have Crosby, Stills, and Nash saying, if you can't be with the one you love, honey, love the one you're with. Okay? And then we have Casey and the Sunshine Band saying, do a little dance, make a little love, get down to the right. So we got disco dancing and of course in the same play. How's that happen?